Off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Derek Carr charging onto the field along with the rest of the Oakland crew. And for Derek Carr, and really Oakland, not the season that folks were expecting, but for Derek, passing yards, completion percentage, touchdowns, all down. Interceptions were up in 2017.
And I think he would own all of that. You know, he'd be the first to say this is all on me. But I think if we look at the bigger picture, offensive line, while highly decorated, I don't think they played up to their standard this past season. How about out wide? Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper, their numbers weren't what you would expect either. And Marshawn Lynch was their biggest runner at 891 yards, averaged a little bit over 4 yards a carry, but really didn't get going until later in the season. So when you add it all together, Derek Carr had his struggles, but I think the entire offense of the Raiders had their struggles as well.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Sup, YouTube?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. And it's caught. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Rivers now, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here's Gordon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Hey, we got 4 down. 4 down.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. Sidesteps him at the 35. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Down. 4 down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4 down. 4 down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! Michael Crabtree, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't, because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Carr, and brought in by the tight end Cook. Still going. They can't stop him. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another.
That'll drive a team towards a victory.
Is it better in your controller?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
First. Carr now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Carr will try it again on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook, 27 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA Chargers taking over on offense here in a second. They won 6 of their last 7 in 2017. You mentioned earlier, just missing the playoffs. And who would have guessed that they would have had a rebound like that? Because they started 0-4.
They really channeled, the 1992 Chargers franchise that started 0-4 and ended up 12-4 and won their division. But they came close. What a valiant run. But they ran into our producer, Ben Ramsauer's Kansas City Chiefs, in Kansas City late in the season. That one loss out of those last 7, that's the one that kept them out of the playoffs.
Two times. 390.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect.
And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bunch it! Bunch it! Here we go! Watch it! Watch it! Who that? Who that?
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's...
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over. Through guys in order to make these catches, and being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort, so maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Set. 380.
First down, Rivers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll throw again, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Strong left. Ready, guys, set, 380.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, as the first half is winding down. Novak to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. Novak out now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Fighting him off. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Cook. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Raiders are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Chargers didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's roll those highlights. Third down from inside the 10. They run here with Melvin Gordon. And he caps off the two-play drive with a score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Midway through the first quarter, Carr has got his man deep downfield, and they cap off the drive with a score. They go up by 1. Raiders on 2nd and 7. The quick pass and completion is made, and he'll end up at the 40-yard line before being tackled. Raiders now later on the drive. Jared Cook found on the quick pass. It ends up working for a touchdown. Raiders go up by 8.
Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Ready, three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Play fake, Rivers. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Here we go. Blue waiting.
They go play action here on first down. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's second down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Down.
On first down, Carr, and complete right side to Cook. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 32 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The play clock's running down.
Wait, what's going on?
Delay of game, offense.
Can you go to the hospital?
So that'll back him up 5. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Why? That's not a thing. No, you can't do that, man. To look? Can't put your medical information on PlayStation.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And he'll go down inside. And this will not work out. The
Your stream's running really good.
And he'll go down inside.
Because your dad's not on the internet. Okay, online. Different matchup. Jessica? What about her? Oh, I know. Wait, are you talking? Wait, which Jessica are you talking about? Jessica Dunn? Kim's Jessica? One that you like? Oh, at the bank? Oh. Not there anymore. She doesn't know what she's doing. Need all that paperwork.
good place to sleep. There's food on my table. There's shoes on my feet. Shoes on my feet. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions, we are the champions, no room for losers. 'Cause we are the champions of the world.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Jay Ajayi's Eagles going up against Jordan Howard's Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left. Hey, that QB's trash.
Now Foles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Foles. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't open.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one.
Yep. Okay, quit.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Carr's Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
With the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tight end left.
What's up?
Even. 4 down. Even. Get down. Blue 80.
All right, let's
51's
play.
Mike. Mike's 51. Check Mike.
Throwing on first down is Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Get set. 51.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Down. 180.
On 1st and 10, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Tiny's on the Ringo.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Carr now to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. They'll get 23 yards there. And that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, just switch to their opponent.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Strong right, strong right.
On.
Hey, go, Ace! Green, 90.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Hey, we are.
The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On second down, here's Carr. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second, and what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts. Really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Throwing is Bortles. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The quick slant caught. And
nice
he will
play.
get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
I'm not even mad. That was a nice play.
Mercedes Lewis, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart, yeah, even for a talented receiver. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Pusluzny. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again. Read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Bortles to throw on second down. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
We got double tight. Here we go. Blue 45.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. He's got the lane, there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalposts and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
They'll roll him out right. And he's got room. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. They'll set up to throw, but he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. Make it a second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Right now you're up 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defense.
It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, 48 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Double tight.
Ears are broken.
4 down. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Amerson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Watch left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Mario Edwards in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On play action, now Bortles. He'll buy some time. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
I got 15. Heavy.
On play action, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. Bortles now to throw. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. He'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, Both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. This from 42 yards out. And Janikowski pushes this one to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now Bortles. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here we go. Green, 39.
Bortles will try again on second down. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Carr to throw on second down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Carr finding Patterson there for a Raider first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go.
Carr now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down.
Strong right. Down.
The The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Looking deep for Crabtree. And no, it's incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Bortles now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
They're coming. They're coming. Watch right. Watch right. We got right. Here we go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Bortles got to have this one. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain.
back to your wheelchair.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Deshaun Watson's Texans.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Come on,
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller! He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 89 yards.
Only 7 more yards and you get a touchdown.
First down and goal to go from the 7.
tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Great touchdown, great touchdown.
So they're going to go for 2.
Two times. Here we go.
To throw is Watson. And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly, 8-zip. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Like 5-5.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
Yeah.
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Here we go again.
He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Your stream is going on for a long time. Normally it used to only go for It's still on. It can keep going. And your phone's plugged in, so your battery's not gonna die. Thank God, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Keenum's Vikings going up against McCown's Jets.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Chandler Catanzaro and the Jets ready to do the honors, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
On 1st and 10, Keenum trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right. He's tight right here. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's McCown. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's McCown. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going for it. It's McCown. And that is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The New York Jets working their way back onto the field, and last year a 3-2 start, very promising start, but then a 2-9 finish the rest of the way. Now Todd Bowles, Charles, was given the vote of confidence. He'll be back in 2018.
And I think it's a good vote of confidence and for the right reasons. Remember, before the season, how many times have we joked that everyone we talked to said the Jets would go 0-16?
Yeah.
They were very competitive throughout the year. They played hard for Coach Todd Bowles, so that makes sense. But when you look at their offense, everyone wants to talk about the quarterback position. I don't think there's a spot on the offense that they couldn't improve with draft choices and free agency. So that's an offense that needs total retooling.
Yes, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And tough starting field position here.
Turn up.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Second down following the run.
Man left, man left. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They go again with Powell. And a short gain.
Quit. That's 3 in a row. Wow. That's crazy. I know. You're on a roll.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defensive coordinators will look to their middle linebackers to lead by example in today's matchup. It's Bowman's Raiders going up against Wagner's Seahawks.
Larry, overcast skies, but knock on wood, no rain on the radar to speak of right now as we welcome you to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Blair Walsh of the Seahawks approaches and kicks it away. Here we go from Seattle. This will be taken short.
Check 24, check 24.
Here we go. Blue 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. 74 yards.
That was close.
He ain't going nowhere. Oh, he ain't going nowhere. Down.
They'll run with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Out to kick is Janikowski. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Complete, Richardson has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
95.
Now Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
High five, baby, high five. Let's go.
Check down, 81.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
I know you
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a second down. To throw again is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete.
He's going to quit. You going to quit?
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. Oh, he sheds himself free. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Shotgun now for Carr. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Let's get into the weeds here a little bit, partner. The Raiders last year, road games only, committed the most penalties in NFL history for the most penalty yardage in NFL history.
Yeah, hard to believe in something they have to shore up when they're playing away from home. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. On second down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. Now Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We got 4.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gauton hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Again, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On the ground, rolls. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Down! 180!
Carr now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, a 22-yard touchdown.
Equip. It's what, 4 in a row?
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy's here?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What guy is he supposed to come to? Thursday?
Yeah.
It's on Thursday.
Hi. Hello.
Paula's coming Wednesday or Thursday? Usually comes
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Garoppolo's 49ers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Carr now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Get down, get down.
56, Mike, 56.
On first down, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reuben Foster not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a